morning. Good morning. How is everyone feeling this morning? Today is Monday, March 16th, 2026. And guess what? The war rages on, guys. The war rages on. The war rages on. I have a few stuff I want to talk to you guys about today. But how everyone is feeling today, man? How everyone is doing today? Everyone is good. We have been blessed with another day to be alive, you know, and so many people are fortunate, as this war rages on. A lot of lives are being lost in that area of the world, and, over there in Iran and so on and so forth. But, got to be grateful. So, how you guys feeling? So, this war continues to go on, and as this war goes on, the gas prices are spiking, like literally spiking. 2 weeks ago, a gallon of gas over here in the Northeast, I'm in Connecticut, was around 257 per gallon or 262. Now it's around 349, 350 or so. So not sure how long this is gonna go on for and what's next, but it's crazy, guys. It's crazy out here, but that's one of the things, though. Everyone pays the price for war. Everyone pays the price for war. Gasoline price is going to affect transportation, and then transportation price going to affect the cost of doing business, and the cost of doing business price going to ultimately affect the price of goods and services. And we're the consumer. We are consuming goods and services, so we're going to ultimately pay higher costs for food, clothes, and whatever goods and services. We're going to pay a higher cost for goods and services. Not only a higher cost for gas, but also for goods and services we consume on a day-to-day basis because this war and the price of gas and oil going up and etc. 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 So ultimately, everyone pays the price for war during war times. Um, the stock market. What's going on in the stock market today? The stock market has been extremely volatile. It's been a seesaw, up, down, sharp ups and downs, sharp ups and downs. But, that's just short term noise in the stock market. And over the long term, America always prevails. Um, Capitalism always prevails. So we should expect that over the long term, the market gonna like find its find its footing and continue to go up, but you know, I'd say most of this short term noise and short term volatility is just buying opportunity, honestly, for your favorite companies, you know, basically buying opportunity. So I wouldn't be focusing too much on that if I'm not a trader. Now, if you're a trader, now you might be in trouble because, you know, you want to know when to get in and when to get out. If you don't have like a long-term 5 to 10 year view on the market and 5 to 10 years position, then you might be in trouble. And you want to, well, I don't pay attention to that. I'm not a trader. I'm a long-term investor. So most of this is just buying opportunity. But the war has making a lot of stuff going haywire. Um, Latest developments on this war, latest report is that China and Russia are helping Iran. So China is providing satellite positioning and satellite feed for navigational purposes for Iran drones and ballistic missile, and Russia is providing Iran with intelligence on the positions of our military assets in the region. So the latest report that I saw was that there was some missile. radar warning system that was installed in Qatar, somewhere along there in the Persian Gulf area, that would let us know when a missile or a drone is on its way to any asset or to any target. It's a missile detection system. However, um, that system has been compromised and destroyed. So now, but before, we used to have like a 20 minutes warning system that tells us when a drone or a ballistic missile is on its way. Now that has been cut to like 1.5 minutes or something like that, because um, Russia has given the Iranians the uh, the the position of that radar system, and Iranians use drones to destroy those radar system and those with precision. And it is said that China satellites are used and give the Iranians the positioning to strike with such accuracy. So that's what's going on in the war, but the war rages on. The president is calling on other military mights of the world, especially European countries that are being severely affected by these oil and gas prices, to help and secure the Strait of Hormuz, and in terms of like allowing oil traffic to flow through and help deter the Iranians from planting any bombs or destroy any oil tankers in the region, because the president is pretty much saying that this doesn't affect America as much as it affects European countries and other um, Asian countries like Japan and South Korea, etc., and even Australia. It is affecting to a certain degree, and the president is calling on them to help us, help us secure the strait, help us secure the strait, and help us do what needs to be done to get traffic flowing in the strait. So we shall see how that turns out, and we shall see how that really happens, because, as I said, this oil crisis is affecting America, but it's not affecting America as much as the rest of the world. Chief among them is Europe. Um, our newfound partner and friend and ally, Venezuela, we get a tremendous amount of oil from them now. But is that enough to like really help us here and really cushion the effect of the oil shortage from the Persian Gulf? I don't think so, because gas prices wouldn't be going up that rapidly if that was the case. Or who knows? Maybe one thing with America, when there's a crisis, um, businesses always find a way to profit off a crisis. You know, who knows? They could be like price gouging and like really ripping consumers off by like by like increasing the price of gas, even though they didn't get any shipment from yet or whatever it is. Honestly, I don't know. I have to do some research on that to see where most of the petroleum products or whatever it is, oil that is refined into petroleum comes from. Is it out of Texas, Venezuela? Because we drill a lot. Is it from Canada? Because we drill a lot. We do a lot of drilling. We do a lot of drilling. The Canadians do a lot of um, oil sand pressure um, to get oil, and now Venezuela is sending us a tremendous amount of oil. I can't tell what amount, but we're getting a tremendous amount of oil from Venezuela right now. So we're not so reliant on the Persian Gulf oil. So I don't understand why would prices be going up that rapidly. I might be wrong though. I might be wrong. I'm not sure. I have to do some research on this to figure it out. But like I'm not sure if it is said that it's not affecting us that much, like like European countries, but I'm seeing the effect of the oil on oil and gas and everything petroleum related and food prices, clothes prices, everything is crazy. Oil is back to the level or close to the level it was back in 2022 when the Russian Russian war began. It's close to the level or actually back there too because I remember that was crazy. Regular was like 380 something or something over here in my state. So I don't know. But all of this is I think Russia is gonna profit tremendously from this crisis because Europe might start leaning on Russia again for most of their oil and energy and their energy. Um, so Russia might be pocketing a lot of money from this, and then while the eyes of the world and the eyes of the military might are focusing on the Persian Gulf and Iran, Russia might be advancing and making new grounds um, with the Ukraine conflict situation. So who knows, man? But one thing I do know is that I didn't expect less of Russia to be helping Iran because this is what we do to them. We did the same thing to them with Ukraine. We send weapons, we send intelligence, we send military assets, we send everything. So I, I'm not surprised that China and Russia are supposedly helping Iran fight in this war by providing intelligence and also navigational support, for their destroyers and their drones. I'm not surprised one bit. I was expecting that, to be quite honest with you, because Russia want payback in some regards, and that's their allies. But I'm not sure, guys. This war is. I'm not sure how long this is gonna go on for how long this gonna war is gonna go on for, or what's next. But I just want to say that it is terrible. It is terrible because you know, uh, and I get it though. The Iranians, not the people of Iran, but the government, the Ayatollah, they hate America and they hate Americans, and they're saying death to America all the time. To put this in plain English, if someone tells you that, hey, I don't like you, I want to get rid of you, and I'm gonna build a weapon and I'm gonna construct the weapon, and then as soon as I finish building the weapon, I'm gonna use it to take you out. Would you wait on this person to make promise on those threats, or you gonna secure yourself before that person can actually deliver on those promises? So that's basically what I get from this conflict. That's what's going on. Um, and I could be wrong, but time will prove what's going on and see if there are actual super enriched uranium in that country that was going to use to build nuclear bombs to take us out. And we will see what eventually over time we shall see how what was the genesis or what was the cause of this conflict, and if it was really spearheaded by Israel, or or to what degree we play in this conflict, and we shall see. Just like you know how the Iraq war unveiled and what was really behind that war, and we learned over time what was a true situation. We shall actually see this. It might take years, It might take years to come out, but eventually we will um, we will understand what's going on. I'm currently streaming in my car, guys. Forgive me for that. It's honestly the weather is not so good over here today. Um, we are getting an early spring, to be honest with you, because recently we just started getting a crazy amount of rain. Um, the last few days in the month of February, I saw the weather change. So now, it was a brutal winter. So I think we're getting an early spring. That's the beauty about nature, man. Nature knows when to ease up and give us a little break, and it knows when to do its thing. You know what I mean? So let me show you what's going on. I'm gonna switch my camera. So that's it. I'm streaming from my car. Um, it's raining, lots of rain. But yeah, guys, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say about the situation and how it's gonna long term impact us, but I don't know. You guys should definitely try to minimize driving. If you don't have to, because some people drive for like just drive, like just spin the block. Especially now the weather is getting good. A lot of people are gonna be out on the road, just driving, 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 just driving. So that's one way how you save yourself and your pocketbook. The cost, because as I said earlier, everyone is paying for this war, regardless how you look at it. Everyone is paying for this war, regardless. So the less gas you consume, it's better for you. If you don't have to go some places, you don't go. You don't travel by car for leisure anymore. Airline tickets are going up. Um, Basically, everything is going up. I'm gonna be doing some traveling myself, but I booked these tickets way in advance, and I use airline miles. So even that is gonna go up too. The miles per ticket or whatever, everything is gonna go up. So just be really, really cautious about your movements and really, really be aware of what's going on and staying in tune to the situation and how it's affecting you. Because as I said, it's going to affect everyone. Food, gas, travel, clothes, everything you could think of is going to go up over time until this situation settled. The president said he want to take over the whole entire strait. We shall see if he actually accomplished that. If he actually do that, then we this crisis might be temporary. The administration said that it's going to be a temporary thing, so we shall see that too. I'm hoping it's temporary and we don't get dragged into like a crazy 4 or 5 years or more situation like the Ukraine situation. Look at the Ukraine situation. That's been rolling on for like 4 years plus now. So I hope it's not extended like that, and we could have movement in that back bottleneck of the world, the Strait of Hormuz, and not only gas go through that strait, fertilizer products, a lot of shipment actually go through that part of the world, through that strait. A lot of shipment, all of that, you know, phosphate, fertilizer, whatever you could think of goes through that strait. And all of that is cut off now because the Iranians are threatening to bomb or burn anything, any ship traffic that actually go through the strait, and except for the ones that are their allies, like the Chinese ships, and yeah, I don't think Russia have any vessels going through there, but like the Chinese and probably India or whatever is given a free passage by them. They're not going to attack their allies, you know. But yeah, man, that's what it is now. That's what it is. So how you guys feeling? Let me know in the comment. Let me know down below what you guys are thinking, and how you navigating this situation, because as I said before, everyone is paying for this, and you know you're gonna pay for this some way somehow. The cost. is real. It is really real. And yeah, what do you guys think? You guys navigating the situation good or what? But this is just what it is though. But you have to like pay attention to everything. And you know, if you don't, then stuff might caught you by surprise. But paying attention to stuff and paying attention to what's going on around you is very, 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 very critical. It's very critical to do that. You know, yeah. This is what it is, man. But yeah, guys. So that's what I have for you today. I'm not gonna hold it too long. Please remember, guys, I'm trying to take this channel up to a couple of numbers. So please remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, click the notification bell so you'll definitely be notified whenever I drop anything. Um, Fragrance related, current events, travel, and as I said before, I'm gonna be doing some traveling in a few weeks coming up. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for all of that stuff. I'm excited for that, and yeah, I'm gonna go to some places where you know you're gonna see. I'm gonna keep you guys in the loop, and I'm gonna show you what's going on. Um, you know, so stay focused, guys, and I'll see you next time.